I told you about no website is secure, this is the exact result of that. No website is ever secure. It is not a matter of if a website will be hacked, it's always just a matter of when. Now LowSec is different because it's a hacker group that actually publishes whatever it does. Most professional hackers that actually do it for a living, they never tell the public once they penetrate a website. They don't do that because they tend to fly under the radar. They don't want publicity because once something that they manage to hack is published, the people close the hole. The hole that they use or the exploit that they use to get into that particular website is closed. It's no longer available to them. So you may not know it, but the forum that you go to or a gaming forum that you may go to regularly might already be compromised and you don't know it. So that's the whole reason of the thinking, limiting your reliability. You need to think about what credentials you're giving, what information you're giving to the websites that you frequent, to the service that you go to the links that you visit. That's the main thing. Another thing is create a secondary email. You need to create a secondary or tertiary email account for not-so-important websites. This includes forums. Any website you have to sign up for before seeing any content. Promos and petition drives. Online surveys. Game signups. Oops, sorry. So these websites aren't as important as the information that you give to. For example, if you're applying for a job, you use your primary email account. If you're applying for Teletech, you use your primary email account. If you're applying for any of these websites that aren't as important as this, you use a secondary password. Again, that goes back to the whole idea of limiting reliability, because if people manage to penetrate that password, that website, they manage to get their password or your password, your liability is actually just for the secondary email. It's not tied to any of your other email accounts. So what do they get? You try it on your Facebook, it doesn't work. Right? So that's what I'm saying. And for God's sakes, do not click on everything you see on your Facebook wall. This is something, I know a lot of you are smiling because you see feeds from your friends that, push out spam, right? We all see. And, I call this the IQ test for Facebook. Because if you're a friend of mine that's actually pushing out these spam feeds, you have failed the IQ test for Facebook. So, you need to realize that there is no application to see who viewed your profile on Facebook. It does not exist. There is no insert famous star here, sex video, that's only viewable through Facebook. Again, you will not see Osama bin Laden's last moments on Facebook. Secrets about big corporations won't be revealed by liking a page. You will not immediately win an iPad 2, iPhone 5, or Mac 11 billion by just liking a page or using an app. Spare yourself from ridicule from your friends. Do not fail the Facebook IQ test. If you see suspicious content on your Facebook wall, don't click on it. It's easy. You need to control your clicking hand. Don't click on it. Because most of the time, it might be, best case scenario is it's just spam. You just spam the same links to your friends. Worst case scenario is that it installs malware into your PC. And basically, you're handing, because if you click on some of these links, they will actually ask for application permission from you. They will ask you if it's okay to hand other people information about your profile. It's asking, hey, is it okay if I hand off the keys to your account to other people? And you're basically, by clicking on it and going through it, you're saying, yep, go right ahead. I don't care. That's what you're saying. So you need to be smart about it and don't click on that page. Another thing, now we're talking, with this slide, there is nothing wrong with your PC, most of the time. There's a term that we call socially engineered malware. What does that mean? Socially engineered malware is basically a piece of code that is written in such a way that it tricks you into downloading it. Why do they do that now? Before, what they used to do is drive-by malware attacks. Basically, the way it works is they point you to a particular website. Once you go to that website, malware is automatically downloaded into your PC. Now, because of the browser companies, the Google and Firefox and everything, and Microsoft pushing out updates to actually fix this, this isn't as common as it was before. What is more common nowadays is socially engineered malware. So, as I said, it basically just tricks you into downloading it into your PC. It's basically, the most common is programs that promise to fix your PC out of the blue. Basically, you're browsing a website, there's a pop-up that says, there might be something wrong with your PC. So, and you download that. It says, to find out what's happening to your PC, you download it. Now, this particular application that I linked there, I don't know if you can see it. This is a particularly nasty variant of that, in such that it actually tricks you into thinking that your hard drive is failing. So what does it do? How does it work? So basically, it hides the stuff in your PC so you can't find it. So basically, it's tricking you into thinking, oh my God, my hard drive is failing. And a lot of us, that data is more precious than anything else. For me, if a lot of my files disappear, I'll probably just go cry in a corner, because a lot of my life is on there, a lot of my work is on there. So, and after it actually tells you your hard drive is failing, what does it do? It actually tells you, for a limited time offer, $75, this particular program will fix it. So it's tricking you into paying money to get your files back. So that's what it is. So how do you fix your PC if your PC has a problem? If you are experiencing problems, you need to go to established sites. Microsoft has a site, it's called the Microsoft Fix-It Center. Just go there and Microsoft will actually diagnose whatever problems that you have on your PC. It's completely free. You can actually go there using any browser and it'll help you determine if there is a problem with your PC. Now, one thing that Pinoys need to start doing is actually, you need to pay for your antivirus. Again, I will repeat that. You will need to pay for your antivirus. Filipinos don't see the cost of software being the same as the cost of hardware, right? If you actually built a PC by yourself or bought a notebook by yourself, most of the time you don't put the cost of software into the whole cost of it, right? You're thinking, oh, the motherboard costs $4,500, the video card costs $6,500. How much for the OS? No, download na lang natin yan sa torrent, right? But when it comes to antivirus, you can't do that. Why? Most of the time, people just go, oh, download na lang natin yung antivirus from torrent. Number one, it's unethical. Kasi this is someone's work, you're basically just stealing it. Number two, most of the time to make it work, you will need a crack. What is a crack? A crack is a software that's used to circumvent the data rights management software. Basically, you're parang pinapirate mo siya. That's what you use to pirate it, right? And the thing is, you don't know what's in that crack. That additional file that you're downloading. You don't know, right? Who's to say that they haven't actually put in a code there that uses your PC to do something else? Who's to say that they didn't actually put a virus there? And by the way, most antivirus software, when you download an illegal program and comes with a crack, most antivirus software will flag that crack as malicious. That already tells you something right there. That antivirus software comes from a torrent, You don't know where it came from. It's contaminated. Hindi mo alam kung saan siya galing. Hindi mo alam if someone actually put extra code there. Diba? You don't know because it came from somewhere. You don't know exactly where. Diba? So if you legally buy antivirus software, and it's not as expensive as you think. Good antivirus software sometimes costs less than 2,000 pesos, sometimes less than 1,000 pesos, and it gives you protection for an entire year. All right. This is the best and I will leave you with the best antivirus software that I have ever used. It's called Common Sense 2010, professional version. You need to think about everything that you go through online. You need to limit your liability. You need to think about things now. Really, parang you will never get something for nothing. You will always need to remember that. And if you use a lot of common sense, kasi a lot of us naman we're pretty smart. We think we're pretty smart. But once we go online, we become like babies. We don't care. Well, like I click on this, I click on that. Ooh, iPad, I click on this. You need to practice some self-control. Because most of the time, that's all it takes. To protect yourself, you'll always need to think about what your liability is. Anong makukuha nila sa akin if ever, when it comes to accounts, anong makukuha nila sa akin if this particular website is compromised? When it comes to programs, ano ba talagang ginagawa nito? And when it comes to promos, may makukuha ba talaga akong iPad pag kinlik ko to, or dinownload ko to, or something else, diba? So, I leave you with that slide, and thank you very much.